Good morning everybody. Hope you are all fine and safe. Today's agenda or the purpose of this video is to communicate you the strategy that you should follow when you prepare during that 1 or 2 days before examination. Just before examination, that 1 or 2 days what you prepare is always crucial. So today I would like to give you a strategy as to how to prepare during that 1 or 2 days. Okay, right. So thereby let me start what strategy we are going to follow. For that, first you should know how many days you should prepare for your accounts exam. Hello? How many days you should prepare for your accounts exam? Okay. Sir, how many days? If you ask me that point, first you should know the importance of this exam, then you only will decide. Sir, what is the importance of this exam? I would like to tell you one thing. Sir, if you write first subject well, I cannot guarantee that you can write other subjects well. But if you don't write first subject well, definitely it's going to impact the subsequent subjects. Am I right or not? Absolutely. So please understand, if you write first subject well, it may not necessarily guarantee, sir, that you write other subjects. But definitely if you don't write first subject well, it will demotivate you. It will decrease your confidence, and we should never do that. In other words, first subject should always be prepared well. And in addition to that, you should know a point that accounts is one of the trusted subjects for getting exemption. Now maybe you can observe maybe number of past exams. If you have any of your seniors or somebody, you can ask. Now if they get 2 or 3 exemptions, definitely accounts will be there in that. Accounts is one of the trusted subjects. You can easily get exemption when compared to other subjects. So please understand, being the first subject as well as a very trusted subject for getting exemption, I would recommend you to allot at least 2.5 days. How many days? At least 2.5 and a maximum of 3 days. Hello? It's recommended to allot at least 2.5 days and a maximum of 3 days. In other words, sir, I don't know how many days it is. I want how many number of hours it is. If you ask me in terms of hours, I would like to say 30 hours, sir. 30 hours. 30 hours time is required for our preparation of accounts. So hope it is clear. Okay, sir, understood. How many hours to prepare? Now 30 hours. Now how we should prepare? Number of chapters are there, and when we have prepared for the first time, each chapter has taken a lot of time. Now how it is possible to revise within 2 or 3 days? How we should do that? Don't worry. I'll just give you some tips. Let me start. First, let me start with the most important part, nothing but your accounting standards only. Hello, what is that? The plan of action that we are going to follow for our accounting standards. Now, before following that, a plan of accounting standards, I would like to tell you what is the significance of standards in this subject, first of all. So tell me, accounting standards, it's for how many marks? Please observe, it's always given as a compulsory question. That is the first question, 20 marks. 4 questions of 5 marks each. Always will be standards only, sir. Straight away 20 marks. Not just this, you may get another 5 marks question. You may get another 5 marks question in the last question, question number 6, where you will be having 5 marks question 5 and you have to write any 4. There once again 1 or 2 may be there. Altogether, you can get 25 to 30 marks. 25 to 30 marks is not at all less, and that too you cannot leave it because it's a compulsory question. 20 marks is compulsory. So please understand the importance. And one more thing I would like to tell you, sir, the number of standards in group 1 is less. If you observe, for getting this 25 to 30 marks, how many standards you should prepare? Totally 8 standards are there in group 1. In that, 2 standards are anyway covered in the normal chapter. One is investment accounts, AS 13. The other one is cash flow statement, AS 3. So thereby, on a net basis, you are preparing only 6 standards. Sir, for 6 standards, if you get 25 to 30 marks, it's not at all less. It's a beautiful thing for you. You can happily spend some good time. Now, please observe. So thereby, examination wise, it is very important. And not just this point, sir. Now, Many of you may think that let us take accounting standards as a choice. Never keep that in mind, sir. You should not take at all as choice. Compulsory. Because it's compulsory, you should never do it. Next, sir, is it required to prepare theory in accounting standards? If you ask me, in group 1, you are having only few topics, sir. AS1, introduction, framework. Here itself theory questions are there. AS1, introduction and framework. In these topics only you are having theory. But in all other, generally they will ask you only problems. So thereby, in other topics you need not prepare. But in these topics alone, AS1, introduction as well as framework, you prepare the theory. So hope it is clear. Next, another point I would like to tell you. What is the format to be followed in answering the questions on accounting standards? Sir, presentation is always important. Shall I follow any specific format for answering the accounting standards? Now, if you ask me, sir, if you are having analytical standards like AS4, AS5, of course, these are in group 2. So, if there are any analytical standards, definitely I say that good presentation is required. Maybe just like in your law, provision, here we say principle, any analysis, conclusion. If we do like that, it is very good. But when we come to standards in group 1, AS2 or 11 or 12 or 16 or 10, most of the standards are practical standards. We don't have any analytical standards. So thereby, you can simply solve the problem. Do nothing. Simply solve the problem. You need not be worrying about presentation. Only thing is, just mention the principles. If you have followed any principle, you include it at the beginning so that it will always be good. So hope everybody have understood. Sir, hope you are noting down all these things, or at least keeping a good understanding of all these things. These are some important things. If you follow, if you understand, definitely your preparation becomes simple. Next, sir, how I should prepare standards? Is there any order? Is there any priority? Now, if you ask me, first, prepare any fast track material. If you are having any sort of summary book or any fast track material, first prepare that so that you will get a quick revision. Then immediately look after any RTPs and MTPs relating to your attempt. One RTP will be there, MTP 2 series will be released. So you observe both. Then start preparing the questions in the study material and other ICAS sources. When I say other ICAS sources, RTP, MTP, then past examination questions, all these things. Of course, now if you are there in your masterminds, now I can say happily that all these are covered as CRD in our material. So if you just refer CRD, it is sufficient. Are you getting the point? First, prepare any summary material, sir, for getting the theory. Sir, I am talking, if you start as standard, how you should prepare. First, read any summary material, then any RTP or MTP questions are related to that. Then maybe any question, all the questions in your study material and other sources. If the chapter is difficult and if you feel the time is not sufficient, just study material questions. In every standard, we'll have references. Please observe the references and prepare only study material questions if time is very less. But the biggest thing that you should observe, or the biggest mistake generally committed, is leaving a standard fully. That is never correct, never correct. At least prepare the study material questions, it is sufficient. Never ignore any standard completely. So that is the point. Okay, sir, understood. So I am giving you here an order. If you prepare in this way, now it could be somewhat better for you. First, start with AS2 simple standard. Next, AS12 government grant simple, 16 borrowing cost, then 11 foreign exchange differences, 10 PP, and then 1 disclosure of accounting policies. Maybe in this order it will be good, because the first 4, most of the times you will get questions from this. AS10 compulsory, but it takes lot of time. So it may kill your other chapters time also. Hence I have placed it at the end. So AS1 1 hour. And in addition to all the standards, 6 standards, I am asking you to prepare introduction and framework also, sir. Very important. In our group 1, the number of standards are less. In group 2, if you observe, you are having 13 standards, out of which 1 is chapter related. Almost 12 standards you should prepare. Here it is only 6 and 1 introduction and framework. So please observe, number of standards is less. You are getting almost 6 questions. So very good chance that they will ask a question from introduction and framework, because the number of standards are less. And recently they have proved that by asking every attempt 1 or 2 questions from introduction and framework. So please don't ignore it. So that's all. This is what about standards. So hope it is clear. Your doubts, whatever may be there, might have been clear. Now next, let me start with how to prepare a normal chapter. Hello, how you should prepare a normal chapters. Please observe carefully. Now, when you start preparing normal chapters, go in this way, go in this order. What is that, sir? The regular principle. First, prepare anything in a summary base, the fast track material to understand the theoretical part. Then RTPs and MTPs relating to that subject, the latest attempt, of course, are accounts. Then we have introduced something. Please observe this carefully. This is what is going to help us in preparation. What is this, sir? I have given you three. First priority model, second priority models, third priority. What is this, sir? Let me read you once. These are the most important as they are repeated in earlier attempts. These are the most important. Now we have divided all the models in every chapter into these three. Now first priority always contains those models which are repeatedly asked in examination. What we recommend is go and look after as many problems as possible under that model. If it is second priority model, generally most of the times no question is asked in these models, but there are chances to ask. Maybe in future they must. There may be a study material question on RTP or MTP, but till now not asked. In future, a good chance for getting asked. So here also prepare at least any two problems under this model. Generally last two, because when we go one by one, last two may be somewhat advanced level. So thereby prepare last two. Now in third priority, generally what we have placed under this is those which are unimportant, which you cannot expect, So please understand one thing, we are not telling you to ignore anything. We are just giving priority, because if we start preparing a chapter, if we prepare 100% and then go to another chapter and prepare 100%, another chapter, once again you prepare 100%. If you go like that and if you end up by leaving any 2 or 3 chapters, it is not wise. It's not wise. So what is recommended is, now if you complete all the questions which are regularly asked first, then if you go to second priority, in that way your time could be used well. Are you getting the point? You may feel that, sir, going to all chapters and preparing first priority and then once again moving to all chapters and preparing second priority may be a bit cumbersome. But I'll tell you one thing, please observe carefully. If you go the other way, completing chapter, now it may become difficult. You may not get adequate time for all of the chapters. So what I recommend is, look at the priority. So look at the importance and first prepare them, then go accordingly. Don't worry, you will get a clear understanding. Just wait for a few more minutes. Okay, right. In all the chapters, what you should do? First, prepare all first priority items. First, you have to do that. After that, prepare all second priority items in all the chapters. At the end, if time permits, go to third priority. Don't worry, I'm telling you, we have given such models in the third priority where mostly you will not get it in the examination. In the second priority, we have given such questions, mostly with the knowledge of the first model itself you can answer, or else it is not asked and the probability is very less. See, in model 1, if you prepare model 1 and go to the examination hall, you could be able to answer at least 80%. In such a way, we have given the models. So please don't worry about it. Accounts is a trusted subject. They're not bringing any big major twists and turns. So you can happily follow some fixed pattern.
Hi students, I am Prakash, Chartered Accountant, Academic Advisor, Masterminds. So right now you have watched a video on day before exam strategy to be followed at CA inter level for the subject of accounts. My dear students, I hope that you have enjoyed this video and I hope that you can plan your preparation well based on this video. Don't worry, we have developed this kind of videos for all the subjects of CA inter. Similarly, I hope that we have watched the video on CA Foundation accounts and I am confident that you will definitely like that video. We have developed such kind of videos for all the subjects of CA Foundation also. Now the question is how to access them. Very simple. So please do install our app Masterminds Online Classes, which is available in Google Play Store. This is what the app which will look like after installation. So after installing the app, you will be able to see three horizontal lines on the top left corner. Click that. So there you can find an option called study material. Click that option. Under the option of study material, you will find videos section. Open that. Now click videos related to CA, Inter, and there is a folder called Day Before Exam Strategy. Here we will upload all the videos of Day Before Exam Strategy to be followed for each of the subjects of CA Inter separately. Similarly, let's go back. So look at the option videos related to CA Foundation. Here you can find a subfolder Day Before Exam Strategy. So under this subfolder, we will upload all the videos related to Day Before Exam to be strategy to be followed for each of the subjects of CA Foundation. And remember, the video related to the first paper of CA Inter and CA Foundation will be around 30 minutes, but the videos related to all the subsequent subjects will be just 20 minutes. That means immediately after completion of one exam, before you start preparing for the next exam, please watch our video for just 20 minutes. Based on that, you can plan your preparation very well and automatically you can perform well in the public exams. So damn sure you can save a lot of your preparation time after watching this 20 minutes of video. You will get perfect clarity on what needs to be prepared, what can be avoided just by watching these 20 minutes of video. So that's why I recommend all the students to go through the Day Before Exam Strategy videos of all the subjects of CA Foundation as well as CA Inter. And remember, so we have recorded these videos in November to December 2021. But the same videos will be useful for subsequent attempts also. If at all there is a change in the subsequent attempts, then we will upload updated videos. If there is no such requirement, then you can happily continue with these videos for subsequent attempts also. My dear students, if at all you want to interact with me directly, then just send a mail to my mail ID mssprakash2012@gmail.com. All the best.
Sir, what are these models? Let me show you, because for every chapter you should know which models you should prepare first, then second, and then third. Sir, please understand, first go for first priority questions in all the chapters. That means almost you will be covering 80% of the syllabus. Then you will go for the balance 20%, maybe first as second priority, then as third. So hope it is clear. So let me give you the list of the models, of course, which are to be given priority. First, with investment accounts, please ensure that your time for the investment accounts chapter doesn't exceed 2 hours. For every chapter, I'll give you how many hours it should take also. So please observe, be careful, ensure that you spend only this time. When you prepare first priority, for that 75% of this time you can allocate. Then for balance second and third together, spend the balance 25%. That means if you take investment accounts 2 hours, when you are preparing first priority model, spend some 1.5 hours. Balance half an hour for the second or third priority. That's all. Now after investment accounts, hire purchase. Here repossession concept is very important. Complete as well as partial repossession. So you prepare those two. When I say complete repossession, hire purchaser books they regularly ask. Partial repossession, be careful. They may ask anything. Prepare well. Then hire purchase accounting will be there using cash price and interest method. The interest suspense method. They are also important. These are all priority 1. Second priority, maybe they'll ask you to compute just cash price using backward approach. Actually, these are asked in the exam, but because when you account in cash price method, these points will be already touched. So I have kept it as a second priority. Then computation of interest when cash price is given. These are all calculations. You can easily do it. Take it second priority. Then complete repossession in higher vendor books. Computation of cash price using annuity table. or other miscellaneous models. All these things you take it as the priority 3. Sir, now if you want to note down the models, just pause the video and immediately note down the models. I don't want to spend more time on this video because it should be crisp. Before your examination, even 5 or 10 minutes is crucial. So thereby, it is better that you pause a video and immediately note down these important models, right? Let me move to the next chapter, insurance claims. In insurance claims, with respect to loss of stock, there are some good points like slow moving items, similarly goods sold on approval, goods with consignee. Such questions you prepare first. Then the loss of profit, where you can observe there is some trend in sales or decrease or increase in GP. All such problems you prepare. Similarly, there will be a question given with quarter-wise sales details, loss of profit computation. You also prepare. These are all first priority. Then computation of policy amount. There are some questions where we compute how much policy value. That also take the second priority. Loss of stock plus fixed assets. In one question, you will have buildings, other plant and machinery, etc., where they will ask you the claim amount. So that is what loss of stock plus fixed assets, second priority. Comprehensive questions will be there covering loss of stock and profit. You just prepare it under the third priority, because once you know this, even if you don't have time, with this knowledge you can answer. So hope everybody is able to understand. Sir, hours, number of hours, both for all the 3 investment, hire purchase and insurance claims, I have given 2 hours. It's sufficient. Then profit or loss pre and post incorporation, a simple chapter only. Definitely you may get at least in every 3 attempts, 2 attempts, one question. So thereby it's an easy chapter which will give you good marks. So except that one question where you will have increase in purchase price in the post incorporation, I recommend you to prepare everything under the first priority. There will be one question, sir, the number of times asked in MTP and RTP, where you will have an increase in purchase price in the post incorporation period. Other than that, everything you just prepare under priority, but simple chapter only you can quickly complete. Next, accounting for bonus and rights issue, time you should spend is 45 minutes. Redemption of preference shares also another 45 minutes. Next, redemption of debentures. Already I think redemption of preference shares is completed, allot 45 minutes time. The redemption of debentures, preparation of various ledger accounts. Hello, what we are going to do here? There are questions where you prepare various ledger accounts. Similarly, issue of partly convertible debentures, journal entries, own debentures ledger account. Similarly, DRR investments, comprehensive coverage will be there in one question. Now, all these are very, very important models. There are questions which involve preparation of balance sheet after doing that redemption. Take it as a second priority, no problem. Similarly, they'll ask you to prepare debentures and debentures ledger account, where immediate cancellation of cum interest and ex interest. Because we are already preparing own debentures ledger account as a first model, with that knowledge you can solve it. And it is not asked in the examination till now, so I am taking it as a second priority. It's okay. Sir, you could observe in all the chapters, if you prepare first priority models alone, majority of the points will be completed, sir, thereby. So please understand. Next, departmental accounts. So hope you are able to observe. In preparation of financial statements, generally they concentrate on managerial remuneration as well as balance sheet questions, with some points like loan from financial corporations or banks, scheduled banks, or adjusted purchases, suspense account, fixed asset, accumulated depreciation. All these are some balance sheet questions. Focus. Sir, when I say all these points, take some balance sheet questions, ensure that these points are covered in that way, because you have got numerous balance sheet questions. You cannot prepare all. So by looking at the question, you can understand. So take such balance sheet question where these points are covered. Other balance sheet questions, take it as second priority. There will be dividend distribution rules. For that also you take second priority. Then balance sheet and P&L comprehensive questions are there. Generally, more marks has to be given for both balance sheet and P&L. They may not ask, you can ignore. Schedule 3 based some questions are there. You can write without preparing also. So take it as a third priority. Then cash flow statements you will be having. Sir, hope you are observing the number of hours also. I am not pronouncing always. Preparation of financial statements take 2 hours. For cash flow, take 2.5 hours. For accounts from incomplete records, take 3 hours. So this is a chapter where without spending more time, it's not possible actually. But still, I can tell you one thing. Take some models, sir. There is some cash defalcation problem in conversion method. Very important. Prepare that. In conversion method, you'll be having some basic points and preparation of debtors, creditors, bill receivable, bills payable, those ledger accounts. Prepare those. And you may have some points like there are some questions where you can take loan related points, cash book balancing figure as additional capital, or drawings, bills endorsed, dishonored. Some points will be there. Ensure that these points are covered. Prepare as many questions as you want, but ensure that these points are covered. And you can take the other conversion questions like credit period concept and cash and bank double column, second priority. Capital comparison method basic problems all second, because usually we can remember it for long and they are also not testing regularly in the examination, second priority. There is one question based on, for a partnership firm, I think, that you can take it as a third priority. Similarly, any advanced questions in capital comparison, sir, here in this chapter process is more important, sir. It's okay if you follow some very good number of questions covering all the points. Next, branch accounts. Here I would like to divide into two, dependent and independent branches. Of course, independent along with foreign. Dependent branches methods will be there. Debtors method is very important. Stock and debtors method is also very important. Now, wholesale price method, there will be one question, sir. Preparation of outlet stock, all these things, outlet P&L, etc. These are all first priority. Final accounts method you can easily solve and they are also not asking regularly. So take it as second priority. Wholesale price method, there are some other questions other than this outlet stock, outlet P&L. Take it as second priority. Then there are some comprehensive questions covering all the three methods, or they'll ask you to prepare trading and P&L for the company as a whole. Now, all these things you can take it as a third priority, independent branches. In the case of independent branches, there are some questions where they ask rectification or reconciliation entries. Very important. Interbranch transactions will be there, where you will be having 3 or 4 branches, goods received, cash received, like that. So you can take it as important. Foreign branches, integral and non-integral, important, so please prepare one for integral, one for non-integral. There will be some questions based on closing of the branch books and incorporating in head office. At least you prepare basic models. Sir, with respect to branch accounts, questions will be more in numbers. Sir. What I recommend is, these concepts they are regularly asking, rectification, inter-branch transaction, foreign branches, etc. So focus them well, and then finally, based on time, first there are some basic models, closing of branch books and incorporation, prepare that. If you are having time, take that as a third priority, advanced models as well as any other models. In this way, you please observe, sir. So a number of hours that I require you to keep is 3 hours. Sir. For branch accounts, we require 3 hours. So hope everybody is able to observe. Hope you have understood all the models till now. In fact, I would like to tell you one point here. Sir, we have spent a lot of efforts to give you all these models. In fact, initially what I thought is maybe just the list of the chapters to be prepared in a particular order. Let us say first profit or loss pre-incorporation, next department, like that. What are the chapters to be prepared in order, maybe along with number of hours. Then our director, Sir Prakash sir, our sir also verified everything and thought that, okay, no, we should give some more benefit to the students. If we give models, it will be even more useful. Then based on that, we have started giving priority models. Now I could tell you, not just we, the faculty, when the management, they're sitting a lot for giving you a document. Similarly, the supporting staff, everybody. So please understand, we are spending a lot of time to give you a beautiful strategy or the wonderful method to prepare. So please understand, even after giving this much, we will really feel happy only when you use it and get some benefit. So if you really use and get some benefit and write exams well, we feel really happy. The efforts of everybody, faculty, management, supporting staff, directors, everybody, we feel so happy when you use the strategy well and when you prepare well for the exam. So please keep this point in mind. Okay, right. Now anyway, let us continue further. So there are some points that I want to communicate, particularly with respect to first 8 chapters. I have given in such a order. For your preparation, I have given you chapters in such a order that if you prepare the first 8, sir, I have given chapters in the order which you need to prepare. So please understand. If you prepare in this order, the first 8 are very simple chapters, sir. If you prepare these 8 chapters, definitely there itself you get 45 to 55 marks, sir. 45 to 55. So thereby if you write in exam always first 50 marks very well, that would give you very good marks, sir. And generally in these chapters you don't commit mistakes. So what I recommend is, please observe, as you don't commit mistake and you can easily write very well, first prepare these 8 chapters, then go to the 9, 10, 11 and 12. The first 8 chapters in the list. Hope you are noting down. Next step, there may be few miscellaneous questions that you may be having. Let me quickly answer. Is it required to prepare theory questions in this subject? Sir, you rarely get a 5 marks question. That too you will get only in the last question. It's okay, you can leave it, but in the public exam, always we should give priority to problems only. If you get a tougher problem in the last question, the theory itself may help you. So I don't say that you leave all theory questions, but at least prepare the past exam questions. That might be sufficient. Then when you prepare every chapter, please remember this point. First one, you need not solve the problem, sir. Just observe it. Sufficient, because it's not possible to cover entire syllabus. Similarly, practice few difficult adjustments. You might have previously underlined or have a special attention. So please observe that. Sir, observe the solutions. If there are any difficult adjustments or special points, highlight it. And revise the summary of the adjustments which you have written previously. So please observe, everybody, before starting that first priority model itself, always revise that summary or the fast track material I have said you, then only start following these things. So please observe these points when you prepare any normal chapter. Then there is one more thing that you should know, sir. When you prepare, ensure that when you write the exam, ensure about good presentation. Presentation is always important, sir. Marks will not be allotted only for the final answer, sir. Please be careful about presentation also. Ensure that your working notes are as detailed as possible. So hope it is clear. Because time may not be sufficient, but only when you allot, when you write detailed working notes, you will get marks, sir. So please understand. Then you may get a doubt as to how many marks to be attempted. This is one point that you should know, sir. Sir, please remember, there is no necessity that you prepare for you write for 100 marks. There is no requirement. Even if you write for 80 to 84 marks, well, it's sufficient. You can get exemption also. For practical questions, you will get 80%, sir, if you write well. Suppose you write for 80 marks, 80 into 80%, 64 marks, exemption can be there. So don't try to write for 100 marks and ignore your presentation or working notes. First, presenting for 80 or 84 well is very important. So hope it is clear. Don't worry or don't try to always cover 100 marks unless you are expecting any rank. If you are expecting rank, always go for 95 to 100 marks. But because what I say is, anything you write after 80, generally, do you know answers very well? No, most of the times we will write such questions later where we don't know the answers well. So you cannot expect more marks also, sir. So please ensure that you write first 80 or 84 marks well, then okay, the balance questions. So please remember it. So don't worry about the minimum marks. Then you may get some miscellaneous doubts, sir. So let me clear all those doubts also very quickly. So what are those doubts? First one, will you get a tough or easy or lengthy question paper? Sir, you will not get a tough or easy. What we can say is, most of the times it's a medium only. It will not be tough or easy, medium. But I can tell you one thing, most of the times it's a lengthy question paper. Accounts is always lengthy most of the times, but medium only. It's either medium or sometimes very simple also, but you will never get so difficult. But you may get doubt, sir, what if lengthy question paper was there? What if tough question paper was there? How to handle it? Don't worry, sir. If you get a tough question paper, please understand, it's not tough for you only, it's tough for everybody. Valuation will be easy, undoubtedly valuation will be easy. Don't get discouraged at all. What you should do, first start with some questions that you know very well, so that you can get your confidence back. Don't lose your confidence at all. After writing like that, then maybe understand one thing, exam is for how many marks, sir? Including choice, 125. You will get maximum of 50 marks difficult. balance will be same. But remember, even if you write for 60 to 65 marks well also, out of the 75, 50 marks will be there at minimum. So don't worry about that. Difficult paper, na, entire 125 will not be difficult, no. So please understand, have confidence with you, you can write well. Then one more important point that you should do is don't leave any problem completely. Do few adjustments so that some marks you will get, which will become really handy later on. So that is how to deal with a tough question paper. Now how to handle a lengthy question papers. Start with such chapters which you have practiced more and you can write quickly and accurately. So that once again you get a feeling that you can complete it. The next, be careful, sir. This is in making choice. Be careful because we are there to make one choice, one question as a choice. Now when the paper is lengthy, ensure that you take such a question which will save your time. But don't take a question which you know very well as a choice, not required. Then for the first 50 marks, what I recommend is don't compromise with presentation. So though the paper is lengthy, after 50 marks is completed, okay, slowly take your judgment with respect to any presentation or working notes. In this way, definitely you can handle a lengthy question paper. Okay. With this, I think I have covered most of the aspects, how to handle a lengthy question paper or a tough question paper, how many marks to be attempted, and various other aspects, dividing into priority models. Please remember, first prepare all first priority models in all the chapters. Then, because we are already covering 80% there, we never have a trouble. Then we happily come and look after the second and third priority. If you want, you can prepare second and third together also, but it's okay. First prepare first priority, sir. That will cover your exam almost. So hope you have understood first accounting standards. In that RTPs or MTPs, and then the study material questions, etc. Then the normal chapters. In that first the fast track material, anything. Then similarly RTPs, MTPs. Then first priority questions, and then second and third priority. This is the order that you should follow. So okay, anyway, so I think I have covered most of the points, but I can tell you one thing, even after covering this many points, only when you implement all these things, you will get some good success. Please remember, hard work will never fail, and ensure that you have proper emotional balance. Only when you are able to handle everything, the exam will be also simple. Remember, hard work. If you have worked hard already, don't worry about all these things. You will be able to have that emotional balance. Definitely, you will be able to complete. You will get good confidence, I can tell you, when you write the accounts exam. Okay, anyway, that's all. So prepare well, everybody. All the best for your examinations. Thank you. Bye-bye.